cyber security, we have two phases: pre-mortem phase and the post-mortem phase. Okay, the pre-mortem phase deals with all those technology, all those these things, which deals with those actions, those study, those things where what we do. Just one second. So what we were talking about, that we have two phases: pre-mortem phase and the post-mortem phases, right? So VAPT, CVAPT, these are has come into picture regarding the job scenario, regarding the study in cybersecurity. Within the digital forensics, earlier we used to say digital forensics and auditing. Now it has again gone into various forms. We have live forensics, we have browser forensics, we have IoT forensics, we have SCADA forensics, we have server forensics, we have this AI forensics. So we have browser forensics, we have live forensics. So various things has come into picture. Now earlier digital forensic word was very confined to only one term. Now it has gone to various fields also. With the commencement of various cyber pads, which is acronym given to Cyber Police Station, Delhi NCR. Okay. Now this is something which is very important in context. So this is something that is in related to that what the job scenario is there in comparison to the earlier days. Within Delhi, we have more than 30 plus laboratories and cyber police stations which are dedicated for this cyber crime investigation. Also, the UP government has already announced this. So the career path for digital forensic is very bright in context to India, right? So these are some of the specialized job roles we are having in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity like engineer, risk analyst, compliance analyst, incident responder, vulnerability analyst. So these are some of the jobs which are very much available in the market, among which cybersecurity compliance analyst, I would say when you remove the word analyst and you just simply put governance or risk compliance, that is the most highly paid job in the market we are having. Now, this GRC role may not be very technical in the sense they are having the technical knowledge, but they are not doing technical things throughout the day. In the sense, they are the decision makers. Whatever SOC team is doing, decision maker is the GRC person who is taking everything. Because we are now heading towards our data privacy law, and this is one of the reason that now the we would be having more jobs in India. Okay, so can anybody suggest me what to understand between standards and framework? Anyone from the audience? What is the difference between standard and framework?
Can I answer, sir?
Yes.
I'm not sure, but this structure Standard means like some detailed kind of structures, and framework means we are just executing those.
Yes. Okay. Good. Good try. Anyone good apart from her?
Somebody from the audience has raised their hands. Kindly allow them to answer.
Okay. I would request have a control.
Yes, you can unmute yourself, Nachakrabarti.
Good afternoon, sir. I guess standard work is like when there's all the like it has everything about the particular uh, you know problem, but the framework is like the only details which are initially or primarily needed.
I guess she has raised. So see, when we why I'm telling about framework and standard, why I'm discussing it here, because in India we need it to understand it more. Because the privacy is coming into picture, the data privacy law is coming into picture, and I guess India is, as far the talk has gone with some people on the government section, we are going for the most rigorous approach, reporting the cyber crime once the company or organization know that the cyber crime, the cyber attack has taken into account. We have to report within 6 hours. Okay. Earlier we have GDPR, which was the reporting time was 72 hours, the most least time. Now India is going for dedicated 6 hours. Till now, this is the talk that is going on. So we need to understand standard. We have to understand what we are actually doing. As somebody suggested, standard is authentication authorization at a physical mode. So based upon directly touching each standards. Okay, so it is something that on top of this we are seeing the framework, but the time we deep dive into it, we start studying standards. We go to the standard, then we have a static statements for it. So this is what a standard and framework has slight difference. Okay. Now another very good area is CISS, cybersecurity infrastructure and security. As student branch chapter we're gonna inaugurate. So if you guys could be interested, you can also comment well. Now this is something a EC Council certification career path we are having. Okay. Now question comes, why you are showing EC Council, why anyone? But I am showing on the context which has become more relevant in these days. If you go for SANS certification, they are quite costly. If you go for CA certification, they are a bit something that we can do, and these are acceptable at the time. Since we are students, we are starting our career, these are more than enough. If we go for CHFI, the ultimate thing for anybody who is trying to enter into forensics. Okay, so CPEN we are having for pen testing. We have OWASP, OSCP is one of the area. Now the question comes, sir, where should I go? The digital forensics, incident or incidents responding or pen testing, where? Now it depends upon your area of interest, because when we say about SOC analyst, a SOC analyst must have a deep knowledge about computer network. So indirectly, if you want to be a network forensics expert, you must have a knowledge about network forensics. Network to be an investigator for the website, browser forensics, not coding. Just to understand what is being called at what time. Okay. So everything is interrelated. Only what you can choose is that if you are good at computer network, you can go for network forensic side and you can go for SOC analyst. If you are good at coding, you can go for pen testing scientist like VAPT, pen tester, CVAPT. Cloud-based vulnerability assessment penetration testing is one of the major shout in the market currently. So there are chances that out of 10, there is even one person who is having CVAPT rather than VAPT, he would be selected first. Because we have transited our business entirely in the cloud, and the time we call it PaaS, platform as a service, it means we are omitting everything. Okay. The need for the VAPT is gone when we talk about PAS, Preferred Knowledge Service. Other resources which are CSS, Science Institute, we have private tech in these things, classes and everything. We have Fruit Tools and YouTube. Now, here is the main important point. Whenever you are going for YouTube's or any video lecture, please keep in mind, first read the book, then go to that section. Because the YouTube videos or whatever, even I am putting my YouTube videos, my video won't be verified by any person. But when we read a book, publishing a book require a huge done accidentally, it is being revealed at the review time. The problem is that whenever I talk to students, they are having very less hard copy in their hand. They are interested more in PDFs. So hard book, hard copy and the soft copy, there is a huge difference. Now I won't say it is true for everyone, but in most of the cases who are young, it happens. People do not read from the PDFs, do not read, and it is a very abstract thing. So studying a PPT is something you are not aware. So you know only car, but you have to study the complete car designing. How would only a car designing word will explain everything? A professor, a keynote speaker speaks in one word because he has depth knowledge about that. But you being a learner for the first time of any new concept, how could you learn anything from it? Right? So we should, when I was in doing my MSc in UK, we never had chance to read from like blogs and all. We always does now the data set. Also, taking a data set for all the crimes in India is a huge challenge, isn't it? Also, let's suppose take an example that okay, if I want to train my for malware forensics, I want to make AI based, then who gonna give us a true report? If we are talking about the private car hit by cyber attack, they do not even reveal it correctly, isn't it? So how we can be confident that the data which they are saying, which we gonna train, would be accurate for making decision for the new asset, new data? Okay. When we talk about zero day, it's something that a new concept a hacker perform attack, right? When we talk about APTs, advanced persistent threat, what is anyone?
Android penetration testing.
Advanced persistent threat. So we have threat, right? Threat, what is a threat is a word which is completely unknown attack. We call something threat whether when we are not aware why we call it advanced because nothing is more advanced than the human threat in comparison to the technology. We say it persistent because those people are continuously attacking one single target 24/7, 365 days a year. That's why we call it persistent. Why we call threat?